my name is Brittany and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be reviewing all of my favorite beauty picks from the drugstore. I'm so excited to share this video with you because it has taken me a long time to find my favorites and really understand which products are awesome from the drugstore and which aren't. And I love saving money and I would love to help you save money. So I am going to jump right into the video. Okay, so today we are going to start with a bare face. That way you can see my full face from the drugstore. I have tinted my eyebrows so it does look like they're filled in, but there's nothing on them. And the very first thing I'm going to start with today is eyes because I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of fallout from my eyeshadow palette that I have. So we are starting with the Hydrating Camo Concealer in Satin Finish, and I chose the shade Light Beige. This is obviously my favorite concealer from the drugstore. I'm going to use it right here as an eyeshadow base starting out. So I'm going to go ahead and try to apply it to the camera. And I'm not going to do too much because the stuff spreads out so much. And if I need more, I can always go back and apply. So this sponge is also a great one at the drugstore. It's like $5 or $6 and it's very soft. It's a great dupe for the beauty blender. So we're just gonna go in and bounce. So everything looks like it has been spread out. So now I am going to start with the Wet n Wild palette. And this one is called the Nude Awakening. Now, Wet n Wild is one of the most inexpensive eyeshadow palettes in the drugstore. Like, their makeup line is one of the most inexpensive in the drugstore, period. But at Walmart, I think this was like $3, and I will verify and let you know down below. But these are so creamy. I mean, Wet n Wild has really stepped up their game lately, and they swatch beautifully. So I am just going to go for a nude makeup look today, something that you can pretty much wear every day. Now, my everyday is going to obviously be a little bit darker because I do like that really smoked out look. But if you wanted to go lighter, you definitely could. So there are some light transition colors. You have some brow bone colors, some shimmers, and then some darker mattes here. And I think that that is awesome, especially if somebody is just starting out with makeup. So I'm just going to take this right here. That's where I'm going to put it. And then we are going to go in with a lighter shimmer on the crease and then just a darker color to darken it up. And I'm not going to walk you through a tutorial of how I get my entire face. I'm just trying to show you a little bit now so that way you can see why I like these palettes and that you can definitely get some of the same looks that I do every day from the drugstore. These are such beautiful shades and they're not patchy, they're not creasy or anything. They go on opaque and I just think they look great. These are definitely buildable colors, so that's why it is one of my favorites. I love this like rich red color that is in the palette. Okay, so I am going to finish the top portion up for you. I just wanted you to see which colors I was using. I'm going to blend it all together and then I will come right back and show you what I'm going to do on my lid. Okay, so I just stuck with those same three colors and I did go a little bit dark for every day, but I can't help it. When I see beautiful colors, I'm definitely going to go in and go a little bit smokier. So I'm going to go a lot lighter on my crease and I'm going to prep it with the NYX Glitter Glue Primer. The NYX Glitter Primer is great for prepping your crease. I know with the lights it's so hard to see. There you go. Now you can see it a little bit better. But it is great for prepping your crease. And I just take a small amount on my finger and I put it all over the crease. Now once it starts to look a little bit lighter, then you know that you have enough, because you don't want it sticking just to the bottom part of your eye. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip right into this color right here, this pretty pinky color. Actually, I think I'm going to go to this one because it does have more of that like golden pink shine, and I really, really like that. And I'm just going to dip in right with my finger again. And then I'm going to put that all over my lid. Shadows are super buttery and soft, and they feel so good. They feel like almost even better than my ColourPop palette. And it's amazing how they range from $3 to $4 for a palette, maybe $5 for the largest palette. And people are spending like 60, anywhere from 30 to like $180 on eyeshadow, and you just, it's not necessary and you don't have to. I think that the drugstore has definitely stepped up their game. So now I am going to add a little bit of sparkle. I love the metallics. I think they look great, but I love glitter. I have fallen back in love with glitter eyeshadows, and it was something that I stayed away from for a little while, but now I am really into it. So I'm going to grab my brand new e.l.f. glitter eyeshadow. I have already went through one of these this month, so you can tell that I love to use it. And this is in the shade Flirty Birdie. Look at that sparkle. It is beautiful. I'll swatch it on my hand for you guys to see. Let's cut the light off. Look how pretty that is. And it dries down really, really fast. One of my coworkers told me about this, and I was a little bit skeptical because liquid eyeshadow normally doesn't work out for me, but this is amazing, and I'm so glad that she gave me that tip, so thank you. But I am going to put this right up into my lid. Just like that, and you can already see how pretty that looks and how advanced it makes the look. Okay, so now that that's dried down a little bit, we're not going to worry about it. It's a little sloppy, and we're going to trust the process and move on. So this is my favorite drugstore foundation. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and I got it in the shade Buff. Now I normally like to go excuse me, a little bit darker with my foundations, but they did not have the color Sand that I like to, and because I went so dark in the last video, I was a little bit scared. So you just pull the top off, and it does come in a pump form, and I'm just using my Jeffree Star foundation brush, and we're going to go with 2 pumps to start. I'm going to put this all over my face and neck, and if you want to know how I do my foundation and that whole entire process, I do have my first video is my favorite foundation using the Pure 4-in-1, which I will link right up here for you to watch if you want to click and watch that video. But I'm going to put this all over my face, and then I will come back and let you know how that looks, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, just because I want a little bit more coverage, especially for this little pimple, I think that gave me like a really nice glow, and that's one of the reasons that I really love this foundation. So I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to do a small pump, and I'm going to hit my cheekbones and like right here, and then all over the bottom of my face, just to add more coverage. Most people do need a little bit more coverage when it comes to these areas versus your forehead, and I feel like you should not put as much coverage on the places that you don't need it. So I would say that this foundation is definitely a medium coverage. You can still see my little freckles and imperfections through it, but I actually like that about this foundation. It's enough coverage to where it evens out my skin tone, but it doesn't make me look like I have another layer or like a mask on my skin. Okay, time for one of my favorite parts. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. You'll see that I'm using a lot of e.l.f. I love e.l.f. And this is in the satin finish in the shade Light Beige. And I love this concealer. This concealer, just their normal camo concealer, is a great dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, and it's very inexpensive. I'm going to link all of these products below, so if you would like to purchase them, you can click down there. Obviously, I don't get any money from them, or I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever, but I just really enjoy them, and I want to make it easy for you guys if you want to try them to be able to purchase them. So I am just gonna swipe some on, and as you can see, it goes a long way, and that was just one little dunk, and a tiny bit on my nose, right here, right there, and right on my forehead. I'm just gonna brighten up these places so that way we can pull my face forward, but I already explained all of that in my foundation video where I was trying out the ColourPop Pretty Fresh products, so I will put that right up here for you, or right there, whichever way that YouTube will put this video out. And again, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to dot it on these places. I always save my eyes for last, but I try to go quickly so that way I can get them covered up and it won't dry down, but you want to have the majority of that concealer product right under here. As you can see, that covered up quite a bit, and I don't need to go back, and it just brightened up my face. It actually made my eyes look a little bit smaller, and we'll go back and open those up in just a minute. Now we're going to move into one of my favorite products that I've already spoke about on my channel. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium, and we are going to use this to powder all over my face. Now it is time to go in and just bronze my face so that way it doesn't look so pale or just like all over one color. And I am going to use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, and I have this shade Light. I got this a long time ago. I mean, I've hit pan already, so you can tell, but I got it when I was a lot lighter than what I am now, so I'm just going to work with it today for you guys. And I just start right here. Just suck in my, I just stuck in my cheekbones, and then I can tell right on that line that's exactly where I'm going to put it. And as I'm pushing the product in, I'm going up. I don't drag it down on my face because that's not good for your skin, but it also makes your cheeks look different. And then I just go in right here on my little baby hairs on my forehead. This smells so good. It smells like a pina colada or something, like coconut, tropical, pineapple. And then I'm just going right on my nose. My nose is pretty small, but it's like wide right here, so that just helps with the shape of that. And I do a lot at first because I'm going to go back and put blush and highlighter there. And this almost has like a sheen to it, as you can see. I am going to be using e.l.f. again. This is Always Rosy. It's e.l.f.'s Primer Infused Blush, and this is one of my favorite shades. I've also hit pan on this as well, and I'm just swirling my little brush around. I use the same brush because I want it to blend in all together. You can use different ones, but this just works for me. And I'm going to go right above that area that we just bronzed. And with blush, I take it a little bit further out on the apples of my cheek, And I go in circular motions all the way up. And again, I'm not dragging down. I just want to move it upwards. So that way that will be good for my skin. But it also helps my face look a little bit more lifted than what it was before. My hair has been so frizzy lately, and I always have such a hard time with frizz, especially right after I wash my hair. So if I've tried almost everything, if you know something that is great for the little frizzies or to tame them, or you have some type of magical potion that you can give me, that would be great. Let me know down below in the comments. Okay, so I'm also going to apply that color right here on my nose. I just love how that makes my nose look. And then we are pushing this up. This blush right here is better to me than the Too Faced blush that they have. And then for highlighter, we are going to be using the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. And this is so pretty. This is in their Mega Glow in the shade Golden Flower Crown. And I'm just applying a little bit because a tiny bit is all that you are going to need, and I'm using light pressure, and I'm just applying it right here and pulling it up because I still am continuing with that lifted look, and I put just a tiny bit on my nose. Now that we are done with that, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. eyeliner pen. This is not my favorite eyeliner pen ever, however it is my favorite from the drugstore to date. And I think it's really, really pretty on. It's definitely a matte black. I will also swatch this one for you. Mine's a little dried out, but it doesn't bleed on me, which I really appreciate. I do notice, however, that it causes, like, throughout the day, sometimes it fades out. I think it's really important to get more expensive eye products. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. There's no way I would be able to do it on camera. And then I will be right back to show you what that looks like. Now I have my eyeliner on. I hear a lot of people talking about eyeliner and how they can never do it or it doesn't look right on them. As you can see, mine's not even and they don't match and it looks kind of crazy, and I just did like a tiny bit of a wing. I just lifted it out. But it really doesn't matter whenever you're doing eyeliner, because what I have seen is that once you put on your mascara, it doesn't matter that it's even. The mascara makes it look even either way. The mascara that I'm going to be using is the Lash Princess by Essence. It says that it's a false lash effect mascara. This is amazing. I wanted to do this video just on things that I found at Walmart, like all of my favorites from Walmart. I cannot find this at any Walmart. I'm not sure if it's only sold at Target or where it's sold. I get mine from Ulta or I order it off Amazon. It's the same price. It's about $4. And the green one is the only one that I like, but this is the only mascara from the drugstore that I will recommend, and I have tried almost every one that's there. If you have a great one, let me know, but I'm telling you, this one is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on off camera as well, and then I will come back and I am going to just add these little transition shades right here at the bottom, and then take the lighter color that we use as an inner corner highlight and then connect it and put my bottom lashes on, and I will let you see my finished look. So I was editing this video and I just wanted to jump on here and apologize for my voice in the intro and how I sound now. My throat feels like it is on fire. I'm not sure what's wrong with me. I think it's like a sinus infection, but I did forget to mention the lipsticks that I like from the drugstore. I definitely have used the NYX liquid lingerie lipsticks and I have liked them. They do last for a couple of hours. However, they do start to break off, and to me they seem very sticky when they're supposedly dried down already, so I don't like that. But if you're looking for a great creamy regular lipstick, the Milani Color Statement lipsticks are awesome. I used the Bahama Beige color, I know, for over a year straight. They're so creamy and pretty, and that's just my favorite nude color on my lips. So if you're looking for some cute nude colors or bright colors, a color statement lipsticks is definitely what I would recommend. Other than that, I don't have a lot of recommendations from the drugstore. I definitely use more expensive liquid lipsticks. Now, I have not been shy about saying how much I love Jeffree Star's makeup, but his liquid lipsticks to me are absolutely amazing. Your feelings aside on how he is as a person, that's for you to decide, but for me, he makes the best liquid lipsticks. So I am going to jump back into the video and stop interrupting you guys. Okay, so this is my final look. And the mascara, I think, just makes everything pop a little bit more. And I just added a tiny bit of that same highlighter right into the inner corner. So if you did like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite was out of the favorites. And be sure to subscribe on your way out. I post new videos every single Friday about all things beauty. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in my next one.